Hello everyone again into another video, and today's video we have a new Yasser. What? A new what, Yasser? I don't see anything on the screen. Okay, just wait a second, chat. What is the watch party layout? Yes, it's right there. Hello chat, how's everyone doing today? Which one is this? Yeah, see guys, it's ready to go. Hello and welcome everyone again into another video, and today's video we'll be talking about the top teams in the Ultra League Summer Cup. Okay, what about Great League? I will do a Great League content next Great League rotation, which is the next time Great League comes back. Why? I don't want to have like lots of teams that do not make any mistakes and cause like my viewers to use them and then lose with them and like accuse me of having bad teams. No, I'm known for my good teams, so I would like to stick to that. My name is Yasser Ali. I'm a Twitch streamer. I stream on Twitch and during the weekend at twitch.tv/Yasser Ali. And today we'll be talking about the Summer Cup Ultra League Edition. What does that mean? It's an Ultra League format, and Pokemon must be at or below. Yeah, this is 2500. Yo, Yasser, we're talking about being right. Only normal type: fire, water, grass, and electric, and bug are allowed and can be used. Don't care about bug because all bug Pokemon are kind of bad in this cup, but everything else is slightly much better. The main Pokemons in this cup: fire. I think the best fire Pokemon according to PvPoke is Victini, but we all know the best fire Pokemon in the current meta is Charizard. Why? Charizard is able to flip any matchup with energy lead as long as it's Shadow. Shadow Charizard is OP, literally broken. The best Pokemon. You could name anything. Charizard was like the worst starter in the game, and after they buffed Wing Attack, it became the best starter in the game. Shadow Charizard is 10 times better. If you have a Shadow, you don't need to worry about the IV. Winning CMP is also good, by the way. Moltres, if you don't have a good Shadow Charizard, you could do like Shadow Moltres. It's kind of the same, but Charizard has a cheaper move, which is Dragon Claw, while the cheapest move, Moltres, has a Sky Attack, which is 10 energy more. Kanto Ninetale is good, Blaziken is fine. So these about the fire. I think the best two, in my opinion, are Charizard and Moltres. It's basically Charizard in this level, Moltres is this level, and everything is like much below. The water type. I think the best water type according to PvPoke is Tentacruel. Why Tentacruel? Tentacruel is so busted. It's so thick and it's so bulky. And it has a decent fast move, which is Poison Jab, decent coverage, Acid Spray, Sludge Wave, Scald, Blizzard. Literally so many charge moves. And if you get a Scald debuff, you can flip so many matchups. The second Pokemon I want to talk about is Swampert. Swampert's just a Swampert. Like, there is nothing Swampert cannot do with energy lead, right? The only thing Swampert cannot beat is grass Pokemons if you don't have Sludge. Walrein is an option to use. Lantern is another option to use because Pidgeotto is a thing. Pidgeotto and Noctowl will be a thing in this cup. And what's better than Lantern to just clap those two? Pelipper, if you have one, you can use it. Jellicent. I think Jellicent is the worst water among all of these. But the thing that Jellicent can do better than the other waters is that there is no way Charizard can flip the matchup if Jellicent has Bubble. If Jellicent has Hex, Shadow Charizard can flip the zero, by the way. This is how busted Shadow Charizard is. But Shadow Charizard, I think, need like 2 or 3 Wing Attack lead. Which could happen like if you lead into like something that has 3 turns fast move and you insta swap, they do a fast move, then they swap, then they put themselves in a worse situation. Grass. The best grass Pokemon in this cup is Virizion. Why Virizion? It has Double Kick, Sacred Sword, Leaf Blade, and Stone Edge. So if you're afraid of the Flyers, you run Stone Edge. If you don't care about the Flyers, if you have enough Flyers coverage in your team, you just run Sacred Sword and Leaf Blade. I think you only need Leaf Blade basically for Tenta and Jellicent, and you need Stone Edge, Sacred Sword for everything else. Obama Snow is a good grass Pokemon that beats the Flyers, but the problem is that it gets destroyed by Virizion because Virizion can out-spam it and has a better charge move. Trevenant feels like Trevenant is dead right now in the meta. Cradily I'm a big fan of Cradily. I already have one maxed out because it's a lucky hundo. And there was a cup last season. I think it would call Weather Cup or something in the Ultra League, where like Cradily was the best Pokemon. And everyone was running that thing. Roserade. I think Roserade is like kind of a budget version of Tentacruel, but Roserade is like can be used in those ABB formats of double poison jab users, where like you try to use, I don't know what you try to use. Electric, the best electric Pokemon on PvPoke is Zapdos. Why Zapdos? Because Zapdos. Why Zapdos? I don't know. Go check PvPoke yourself. Galvantula is decent in this cup, and Magnezone is fine, not the worst. Galv is good because you can run Energy Ball for the water poke for the ground Pokemons like Swampert, and you could, I think you can run Energy Ball Discharge in this cup, but most Galv users would still run Lunge, because Galv is good because it has Lunge. So if you remove Lunge, so even when it's good, it will be average, right? But the Pokemon I would like to try in this cup is this. Zekrom. Why Zekrom? Because I want to try it. Do you have a problem with that? No, I'm just kidding. I want to try it because it beats the Flyers and other electric. And it resists wing attack from Charizard. So it has a better... it should have a better matchup. But I mean, it's a scuffed matchup, but it should be good. You should be good. And it has the potential to one-shot all the water with the Fusion Flare or the Wild Charge. Wild Charge does more damage, by the way, than Fusion Flare. It does more damage. It's like 15 or 10 more damage for the same amount of energy. But Wild Charge, the debuff you twice. So if you're in the lead, I think Wild Charge makes much more sense. But otherwise, Fusion Flare is better. Bug, there is only 2 bug Pokemons that deserve a mention, Crustle and Buzzwole. But I still wouldn't run those. If I need a fighting Pokemon, I would just run Virizion because it's the best Pokemon. And remember, because you could use normal, there is like Pokemons like Double and Beware and Vigoroth and Goon you can use. But the best Pokemon in this cup is literally this, Pidgeot. Why Pidgeot is the best? Because it has the potential to nuke all of these stuff with a Brave Bird. And in a neutral matchup, you just go Feather Dance and you win the lead, and you can have the potential of having a better alignment. Now we talked about the Pokemon. Let's just talk about the teams. Yeah, sir. Okay, the best team according to PvPoke. If you go to PvPoke, you choose Pidgeot, which is the best Pokemon. It will suggest using Virizion as a coverage because Pidgeot beat everything and only lose to Ice and Electric, which surprisingly Virizion destroy. And a good coverage for this seems to be Magnezone. Remember, when you do this on PvPoke does that against the entire meta, but no one cares about the entire meta because everyone, there's like a condensed meta for every... there is a condensed meta for basically for every elo range, right? So I don't agree with this. So in fact, I think this one is slightly better, which is the top 3 PvPoke. What does this mean? This is number 1 PvPoke. Number 2 PvPoke, number 3 PvPoke. You combine them together, you get the top 3 PvPoke team. Okay, ABA Flyers. Yes, you might you triple weak to Ice, but Virizion beats the Ice. Zapdos can still do super effective damage to the Ice because the Ice Pokemons here are also water, and Zapdos can still outpace. If you want to spice it up, you could do a Shadow Zapdos, right? Another team, I think, and I still call it as a BBML if you don't care about Pidgeot. If you have a Shadow Charizard, you could do Virizion Shadow Charizard. Every Charizard on this video is a Shadow, okay? If I didn't say, it's a Shadow. And Alolan Golem deserve a mention. Why Alolan Golem deserve a mention? Because it's the electric Pokemon that can still beat other electric, destroy the Flyers, and the Ice. It's the electric Pokemon that beats other electric and the Flyers. Okay, other electric, yes, beats the Flyers, but they lose to Golem. So if you have a Golem, try that Pokemon. Yeah, so we're talking about these teams, but what will you be running? I think I will be running this team. Zekrom in the lead, Virizion in the back, and Tentacruel. Again, I didn't test out the team yet. I will be testing it in the Go Battle League, so make sure to subscribe to the stream so you can get to see my teams whenever I post them, and Which and how do I adapt? Because whenever I see a new cup start, I have a team I plan to use, and then I start changing that team like slightly over time. So if you need to, like, I start changing these stuff over time because meta change and I need to adapt. If you don't change your team, you're gonna end up believing in the algorithm, right? Now moving into some ABB teams that I think we might see in the meta. Double grass. If you have double grass, you're extremely weak to flyers, and nothing better than Alolan Golem, which double resists the flying damage and beating the flyers. Why Roserade? Because Roserade is a grass Pokemon that can still hit the flyers because it does so much damage from poison jab, and you can actually sometimes get a shield advantage, by the way. You could also try double electric team with Buzzwole in the lead. Why Buzzwole? Because usually when you are ABB, what you lead, you need two hard answers, 2 in the back. So you're extremely weak to flyers. You run 2 anti-flyers, and nothing better than electric and beating the flyers. You could say that ice are better. Double fire or double dragon, but Charizard is not a dragon. Yeah, it's so funny. Zekrom double fire is a team I want to test out, but it's a spicy. It's extremely expensive because we have 2 legendaries here. We have a Charizard. I mean, I have a good Charizard, but I still don't have a good Shadow one. I think I'm just gonna make any Shadow Charizard I have. You could also try triple poison with Tentacruel, Roserade, and Salazzle. Is this Salazzle? This is Salazzle, right? Now some people in chat are like, no, yeah, Salazzle is the first evolution. And yeah, I tried to keep it short and make this video live as soon as possible because I get tagged when am I posting the top teams content. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the video. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Peace out, chat. See you next one.